I'm in the small village of Czerekwita in Poland, and this station standing here behind me is no longer used, but its name was Mrowino, which is the name of the small village which borders with Czerekwita. As you can see, the station building and tracks remain. This station was on a no longer existing railway from Żnin to Żużoty, which was 18 kilometers long. This railway was mainly used for the tourist season to connect all the villages on the line. The railway was opened in 1972, and as clearly seen from old photographs, the trains were run on steam, which is exactly as my grandfather remembers them to be. He's lived here for a very long time. Now, although this railway was mainly used for tourists, it was probably used by commuters as well, and the evidence for this is that the distance between the tracks on which the trains used to run is quite wide. I'm guessing around 1 meter in length. And had this railway only been used for tourists, the distance between the tracks would have been much narrower. And the tracks of this railway are meter gauge, and meter gauge is the general distance between the tracks, including broad gauge as well, so it must have been used by commuters as well and not only tourists. And unfortunately, someone has come over and graffitied the wall. This is what happens to a lot of disused buildings. The tracks continue much further as they were never taken apart for 3 reasons. A, it would cost a lot of money. B, it would take a lot of time. And C, the tracks weren't really getting in the way, so it didn't matter if they were there or not. You can see clearly that nature has really settled in and made itself at home. There's trees growing in between the tracks, the grass is growing freely, and lots of other plants are growing around the tracks as well. The railway was being slowly closed by the Polish State Railways. These tracks mark the border between Czerekwita and Mrowino, so I use it as a shortcut to get to Mrowino from Czerekwita, and every time I'm walking across these very old tracks, I remember that I'm walking across one of Poland's lost railways.